The biggest skill that marketers need to invest in right now is actually learning. And of course the skills come from that. It's remarkable that if you're in a football team, you totally accept that you have to build skills, you have a coach, you do training. But when you get into business, it seems that training is something that you fit in, or real businesses doing meetings and answering emails and all that sort of stuff. But actually in today's world, making sure your skills and capabilities are cutting edge is more important than ever before.
I think to be successful, you need to have a vision that's built on the art of the possible, and you need to be able to execute navigating through complexity. I think with the disruption to business models, disruption to industry best practice that's happening through digital data and technology, unless you understand what's possible, you'll get left behind.
I think for marketing leaders, given the world is constantly changing, I think it's vital for leaders to keep investing in their own knowledge and their own learning and not to fall backwards. So I think for me, key things, digital is an obvious one, the emerging landscape of social and content, but the world of TV is changing. The way TV can be bought now, the way all media can be bought. So I think the critical bit is for leaders to stay at the front foot on the media landscape, but also understand what great work is working in that landscape, what great creative work, and how consumers' attitudes are changing over time.
I think the skills that will be critical will be around data, insights, how to translate that into added value for the customer, because ultimately, data is king and we need to be using it to drive creativity, not kill creativity.
5 years is a long term in this sector, so I think you have to have a huge attention to the outside world. I think you need to be scanning the consumer market at a global level, understanding the trends with consumers. And I think you need to invest in innovation and understand innovation and be prepared to kill your own business before you reinvent it. And I think they are marketing qualities that are going to help you stay at the front of your category. I think you have to look forward and long term, and I think you have to recognise what your customers are saying and doing.
My view on the skills that marketers need to invest in is a little bit different. What you hear typically is technology, data analysis, all of which is true. But I actually think it's in coaching and line management. Our business can only grow as much as our leadership grows. And one of the great ways to really grow leadership is by coaching your people to achieve things that they never could imagine. The other thing I think we should be investing in is more women in senior marketing roles. Our proportions of women at senior levels are still not what they need to be. And think about the talent pool we could develop if we had more women rising to the top of marketing.
Marketing is changing so rapidly, driven by technology. And year to year it's changing so much. And I think it's really hard to expect any individual to stay on top of that changing technical aspect of marketing. So I think what's the most important thing, particularly as a leader, is to focus on the basics and fundamentals of what makes a great leader and ensuring that those are the sorts of skills you're developing and focusing on and investing in. And then building the right set of people in the team that have those different technical abilities. Because I think it's hardest for any one person to stay on top of all of that.